Hey guys, what's up? BC coming back at you guys with another Transformers. And for once, Transformers is actually involving multiple Anyways, we are taking a look at the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Cyberverse Abominus figures. Yes, I realize, one, I broke a rule of mine and bought Cyberverse figures, but I'm a combiner nut, so I can justify that. And two, I'm really freaking late on this review. I know. Get off my ass. But even with that said, there you go. There's the beast modes, or the monster modes, or the dragon modes, or whatever the fuck you want to call these things. There you go. I'm gonna attempt to do this right. I'm gonna start from the core, and then we'll go from there. So, starting at the core, let's get a look at hunger. If I can get this damn thing to cooperate with me, come on. There we go. So, as you can see, here is hunger. Pretty cool, if you ask me. I mean, he's a two-headed dragon-looking thing. I believe that's what he was back in G1, only he wasn't red, he was more of a purple. But I digress. It looks passable. I'm not as big of a fan of him as I am of some of the others. I kind of wish he was a commander class Cyberverse figure. Because I think that would have worked out better for this. As far as articulation goes, he has the ball joints within the hips, and the neck, right about there. He's got the head, the arms move up and down. He's got the ball joint and swivel shoulders, and the toes flip around. So he's actually quite a posable little dragon. He's got a lot of, emotion and, he has a lot of personality. There we go. There's the word I'm looking for. He has a lot of personality in his dragon mode. I really, really love that about him. It's just a shame that design-wise, I think really design-wise, I feel this would have been better as, say, a commander class. So, getting him back here and getting a look at his weapon, we have the Dragon Tooth Saw. And everybody has already pretty much beating this down to the point where it's pretty much in our head that this is the Gears of War gun. And I don't really care. It's a freaking weapon for my figure. And the mouths can hold it and such. And anyways, now going from here, I'm gonna go ahead and look at Twin Strike, aka Inner Twin, next. And here we are. Sinner Twin, Twin Strike, whatever you want to call them. I'm gonna go by their G1 names because why not? He's okay. Of the arm bots, he's definitely the weakest by far. But you know, articulation-wise, he's pretty cool. He's not nearly as expressive as, say, Hunger's dragon mode. You know, the ball joint in the toes, the ball joint in the hip, ball joint in the shoulder for the dragon, and ball joint right there in the neck, and then the two tails just kind of flop around. But, you know, just, I don't know. This was one that I was really hoping I was gonna like, to be completely honest, but, he's kind of, like, I like him, but I kind of feel as if he could have been better. Anyways, I don't remember his weapon name, but basically he comes with the generic hammer thing. I believe it's called the piston hammer, you know. It's a hammer. Okay, so anyways, technically if I was going in release order, I would be doing him and him, whatever. Anyways, moving over to Blight, aka Blot. Now, I love the ogre mode. Yes, that's what this is supposed to be, an ogre. And he's pretty freaking cool. I will mention something about this at some point, but he's a really, really nice little figure. I really dig him. The ogre hands can't hold a weapon worth a shit, but, you know, hey, whatever. He's a really nice little figure. I mean, lackluster imposability, ball joint shoulder, swivel at the elbow, ball joint hip, and that's it. But all around, a really cool little ogre. Again, weapon, hammer. It's a hammer. Now moving on to Ripper Snapper. Yeah, this thing is weak. I'm just gonna show it off and not really bother trying to pose him because he's just, yeah. He's supposed to be a walking shark. He sucks. I'm just gonna say that. As a standalone toy, Ripper Snapper is not worth it. And yet he got the repainted Grimlock. Anyways. Here is my favorite of the group. Windraiser, aka Cutthroat. And damn, I love the way this looks. Because, I mean, he's got this, like, for a Cyberverse figure, this is a very impressive wingspan. You know, head moves, ball joints, and swivels, and the wings. You know, he can actually roost. Like, this was worth the price of admission alone. For him to be able to just stand there and stare at you maniacally and evilly with his wings like that, and then just... What a bitch. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those reviews, guys. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, he's not very, like the others, he's not very posable. You know, the ball joints and arms, and then the ball jointed hip, head moves up and down, and that's about it. Yeah. And I completely forgot to show it off with them, but it's basically the same exact weapon. This little crossbow thing. Okay. Now let's move on to their, say, transformations. For Hunger, you're going to flip his heads up like this. Fold his little dragon dart T-Rex arm looking things up like that. Flip them around. Fold the arms around and flip the claws up. Flip the tail around to the back like that. And there we have Hunger in robot mode. Now the robot mode is actually really nice. Like, he definitely conveys the fact that he's supposed to be the commander of the group, because he has this really big, bulky nature to him. And I really, really like that. You know, again, posability kind of retained from Dragon mode. You know, that's one of the major reasons why I don't really collect these figures. They're not very posable, they're too easy to transform, and yeah. I got these for basically the fact that they combine. And, you know, yeah, he's holding his Gears of War saw gun thingy. Bang, bang, bang. Now for Center Twin, if you'll actually come to me. Now for Center Twin, what we're going to do is this is actually really cool. You're going to flip his dragon toes around, and you're going to pull out this little yellow piece, flip it around, and then push it in like this. Come on. Come on. Rotate it around and plug it in right there. And there you have his robot legs. That is really, really neat. Now coming up to the top, you're going to fold these pieces back like this. Fold the dragon heads forward. And then fold them down like this. I'm sure there was a way I did this. Yeah, then you have these kind of set up over his shoulders. Flip the tails up like that. Then you pop open his chest, and you flip around his head, then close it back up. And there you have Sinner Twin in robot mode. Sinner Twin's robot mode is actually really, really cool looking. I questioned Dragon Hands quite a bit, but otherwise, I really, really dig this. I think it looks freaking awesome. And again, you know, he gets the generic little hammer thingy and just yeah, it's one of those reviews, guys. I'm sorry. I've just been really lackluster with the reviews anyways. Blot. You know, flip his head around like that. Flip the whole thing around. Kind of yank this forward just a tad bit to kind of unlock everything. Flip the arms around like this. Push it together. Okay, don't fold this completely up yet because you actually have to flip his head out. Push the chest together. And then you just rotate the knees, flip the toes up. Kind of reorient his shoulders and flip out his hands. And there you have Blot. I definitely approve of this. This is actually really freaking cool. Again, very squat, very powerful. Just, you know, overall really nice looking robot. And again, you know, hammer. Because, you know, whatever. Stop! Count time! Yeah, y'all know that joke was coming at some point. Now for Ripper Snapper. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to flip him around like this. Fold this piece up like this. Kind of unpeg the back of the skull of the shark and kind of fold it up. And these two pieces will actually clip together up here to hold the chest in place. Now coming down here, we're going to kind of sort of split the skull. And then flip all this around to make his feet. Which then you can just kind of move the whatever these are back his heels. Then just kind of start readjusting everything and then flip his head up. And there we go. There we go. There we go. Straighten your damn legs out. And arms. There you go. He still sucks. I mean, robot mode's better than shark mode, but yeah, he still sucks. Now on to my favorite, because he's actually got quite a bit of a neat transformation. Basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna straighten out the bird head. And actually, no, you don't straighten out the bird head. You just kind of, you know, whatever. Fold the bird head down over the chest. Flip the head around. Then you fold up the wings. And instead of just kind of moving them down to the side like this, you actually take this whole shoulder section and shift it forward, which in turn gives him shoulder pads, whatever. I'm gonna flip the tail up onto his back like that, and then you flip around the little bird feet, and there he is. There is Windraiser / Cutthroat's robot mode. All around, pretty neat. I dig the way this robot mode looks. It looks very cutthroaty. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, I really dig the robot mode. Okay, so now that we've seen the robot modes, how, as a group in the robot mode, kind of switching back to where you can see them better. Actually, let's kind of get up and close so we can get a proper look at them. As you can see, as a group, they look really, really nice. And I'm definitely glad I picked them up. Matter of fact, let's just kind of try and get... Just try and kind of get up close enough. And then just kind of try and bunch them all together. Because, let's face it, they're all coming together anyway, so what's the point? There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see them right there. So yeah, there we go. Now, on to pretty much my favorite part of this whole thing, and that is their combined mode. So basically, you take each figure, pull their weapons out of their hands, or some cases, lack of hands. And there we go. Now, starting off with Hunger. This is actually, and then, you know what, just, bleh. For him, what we're going to do is we're going to take his whole body, shift it down like this, turn him around, put his arms straight up, and then fold the claws up like that. Then we're going to flip his original head around like that, and straighten out the dragon heads. You missed half of that. Flip the claws down, fold his arms up, flip the head around, and then point the things. Yeah, there you go. There's the torso. Set that off to the side. I usually build the legs first, so let's do that. Now, let's start with Blot here. We're going to rotate him around, spin him around, kind of flatten out his head, and then peg his robot legs into the sides of it, flip his robot head back in, and then just kind of fold the arms in like this, which you then take Hunger, plug him in, and kind of brace the chest plate of the robot mode up against the dragon head of Hunger, and hope and pray he doesn't detach. And there's one leg. Yeah, just stay off to the side. Now, Ripper Snapper, basically, I'm going to do it the way I usually do it. Because basically all you really need to do is just flip his head around, fold his arms in, and then plug his legs together, and then he just stands there like that. Which is weird as all hell. So what I usually do is, to make a bit more of a complete foot, I fold this piece down over, so that when you plug this in, it looks more like an actual foot. And again, you know, just kind of get everything to where it looks right. And there you go, there's the legs. You can now stand up. Now for the arms, we're going to start with the Twin Strike here, or Center Twin, whichever names you want to go with. Basically, you open up the chest, put the head in. You're basically, with him and Cutthroat, you're basically going right back to dragon mode. Only you're going to keep the tail folded up so that it keeps the dragon heads separated where they look like fingers. And again, this is something I do. You don't have to do this yourself. But what I do is, since he's the left arm, I pull these pieces out and rotate them back up into their dragon mode position. And yeah, just leave the robot feet out. Now you take this piece. What I usually do is I take this piece and I fold it up to where it's kind of hugging the dragon leg. And then you take this, and these two little holes will go into these two little slots. Just line it up, Give it an extra push, and he's now an arm. Now for my personal favorite, once again, you just kind of go right back to bird mode. How do I do this again? Yeah, there we go. And then you just kind of take the arms and you just kind of rotate them straight down like that. And you take, and you once again line the pegs and holes up and just plug it together. Just when I had that leg on tighter at some point, whatever. I'll do. Wait. Oh, duh. You actually have to keep these forward like that so that he stands better. Okay, there we go. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Crisis averted. I'm freaking weird. But yeah, anyways. Okay, now, again, he's not wanting to stand up. Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong, anything that could possibly go wrong will. Anyways, you now come down here to the pile of weapons. Basically, you take the dragon tooth saw, you take Hunger's weapon, twin strike weapon, plug those together. Then you take these, then you take these, Blot's hammer, plug it together. Then you take this, Wind Razor / Cutthroat and Ripper Sampler's weapons, pop on the sides, and you end up with what is essentially a battle axe. And, whoops. Sorry. Anyways. Damn. Just damn. Really, really nice. Yeah. That usually doesn't happen, but of course, since I'm going to shoot a review, it's gonna fight me, so I'm just gonna have him stand there and look cool. Forget posing him, because he's basically meant to just really stand there. I already know for a fact a lot of people are harping on this, saying that basically the figure sucks in combined mode. But, you know, whoops. You know, I'm okay with it. You know, it's better than what we usually get. I mean, like, kind of giving y'all a sneak peek of what's to come. Here's the updated version of Cyberverse. So yeah, as you can see, and actually I have an announcement to make with him. But anyways, there you go. There's the two. Yeah, he's not that big. And kind of, getting him out of the way, putting this in front of the shot, because I have some unfortunate news. Evolutions is canceled. I haven't had time to really put together any footage. I don't have anybody to really help me edit everything. I haven't been able to get the scripts out to everybody. It's been hell. So to just kind of save you guys the trouble, I'm just gonna openly admit that I'm canceling Evolutions. Believe me guys, I really wanted to do this. I really wanted to jump into stop motion, but just as of right now, I just don't have the time. Back to Abominus. Would I recommend Abominus? For curiosity's sake, yes, I would definitely recommend him. But is he worth the price of admission as a standalone figure? Not really. I got it because I love combiners, and I am perfectly happy with this. Ultimately, if you're getting the original, if you were to buy the original retail release in stores, you were looking at like $30 up. You were looking at like $30 up front. Okay, that is going to impact how you feel about this toy massively. And now, since the Age of Extinction line is out and we got the Robots in Disguise line coming out, you know, Abominus, you may want to just head straight to eBay for these guys, because I mean, the eBay prices you might get screwed out on eBay. And you know what, if you want it, get it. But if you really weren't not a fan of these guys to begin with, you're really not missing out on much. With all of this said, this is BC saying stay nerdy and get your geek on. I will catch you guys next time, and I promise my next review, I will try my best to do up an intro and get Jackie back in front of the screen. Yay! Hey, what about me? And you too, Megs. Yeah! Let's do this. Alright. Bye, guys.